Hi, I'm Andy Hicks. I'm the Eastern Regional Manager for Easystand, and I'm here today to show you the Bantam. But first I want to talk to you about some of the benefits we've talked about in standing. What we've really found is that, as you know, people and kids, especially kids, and if you've ever raised twins, you sure know it, is people need to move. We need to move in all different directions by kicking your feet, by crawling, by standing, by squatting, sitting, every different movement. You gain in development. You gain physically and you gain mentally. And this is a stander that is not just a stander. It's a multi-purpose device. Of course, it will come to standing, as you can see. But a lot of kids will stand for a good bit of time, but they become fatigued. So it is harder to stand. But when they're upstanding, one of the benefits we found recently is that they're able to grasp, they're able to move their trunk, and when they're moving, that actually increases bone density. From standing statically, standing still, we need about 7.5 to 10 hours of standing per week to gain bone density. But the more you move, the more you're active, and the more you stand, the better it's going to be. So a lot of kids will fatigue after a period of time. So with this device, I found we can flip this, and now we can move them out of that position and get them into a more relaxed position. We can go all the way down, and we can remove the tray, and then they can sleep, we can transfer them in and out better, they can do personal care, and many other things. But one very nice charm of this is they can come back up to stand, and we can do this in any different position. So if there's problems with head control and their head is fatiguing as they're standing, we can just bring them back a little bit and hold them in this position, and they can feel more comfortable, gain their strength back, and then go back up to stand. So we can have more hours of standing, more pressure to get for heel cord strength, for heel cord release, and for spasticity, releasing spasticity. But and then they also for other issues. We can then flip this down, and we can go back down to a seated position. And when you have the tray, then you're sitting at a desk in the home or at classroom, and you have they're sitting just like all the other kids in school. And then they can come back up again to stand, and they can stand only in a semi position. This can be an activity chair, and we can have them in a position like this. So we can put a little bit of tilt in, or they can be in a little bit more of an anterior pelvic tilt, which gives a little bit their shoulders back, a little bit more of the head upright, more of a righting reflex, which is very good and very active for kids in school and for learning. But that also fatigues out. So we can either take them back further to sitting or laying down, or we can bring them right back up to the standing position. Now, when kids are moving and they're active, they're going to be much more intersocial. They're going to have a better social benefits with their siblings and peers in classrooms. They're also going to be less have less play deprivation. When this will give them much more opportunity to get closer to a blackboard, or to hug the teacher, or to be with their friends. So this is a multi-positional stander that has many applications and many positions for movement in space.